Well, hello. So I have no idea if this is going to work. The thing says it's kind of working. I think. No? I honestly can't tell. I just can't tell at this point. No idea what's going on. It worked the other day, and now I don't know what's going on. So, anywho, I've been all over the shop. I've been like, do I want to do this dress the way I've been doing this dress, or do I switch and do it to some like with something else that I'm just more familiar with, like this like granny square type pattern. It was really nice. It had like, and I mean, I'll probably make it because it's a really cute dress, and I reckon I could knock it out. But it basically had like granny square sleeves, and it sort of came down. So the granny square sleeves came down. They were kind of plunging, and then the rest was granny stitch all the way down. I was like, I can do that. That is something that I feel quite confident that I could do. I could make it look good and I'd wear the hell out of it too. So there's that. But I don't think that's what's going to happen, to be honest. I, because I was like, well, then I'll have to buy more yarn because I'm pretty sure that would be in a 8 ply and I'm currently working in 4 ply. So that's not going to work. Because just the color change would not have given the same effect on the smaller yarn. So I'm just like, no, I have to get past what I need to get past to get this thing done. Because it was stressing me out. Just trying to get this part done was stressing me the hell out. And then I was just like, you know what? I just got to knock it out. I just need to do it. I need to like close all the windows, all the blinds, just not look at anything but do this. And so I did. And then I joined them. And it was too big. It was too big. So too big. So much too big. So much too big. Like, oh my God. So I'm like, me, I'm like, dude, I almost canceled the dress just to get to this point. I'm not frogging anything. Like, I'm not frogging anything. It's just staying the way it is. And I'm going to just make it fit me. I'm MacGyvering this. I'm like crochet MacGyvering it. So I don't know if that's a thing. If it's not a thing. I'm making it a thing. I'm like crochet MacGyver. That's who I'll be. So I've managed to get it. It fits me now anyway. I'm not worried about losing my little holy thing because I found a little hack that works for me. So I've got a little thingy holding it. So I'm not gonna think. Anyway, so it's like really too big. Like that's how much too big it was that I was able to fold that in on itself on both sides equally before it fit me perfect. So it was very big, very big. So anyway, but now like this is the thing, is this where the MacGyvery part of it comes in because I already knew that I wanted to get a hot pink yarn to like crochet around the edges and maybe do some peacocking. I don't know. That stuff that makes you kind of peacock. I can't say that word, so I'm just not going to attempt it again. You know what I mean, right? So I'm just was thinking about doing some of that over the front, right? That's what my mind was going originally. But now that I'm making mistakes, I'm like, I'm totally going to use it to highlight mistakes. So I probably will use like I'll probably have like a crochet pink part. Oh, excuse my bra. Um because it's like a triangle part here and I'm like it's kind of kooky. I kind of like it. So I'm just going to highlight my mistake with a hot pink yarn. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end, it does not matter because there's like the thing that goes across the thing and it drapes. Not even going to see it. You're going to see it when I'm like maybe dancing, but like I'm going to be so careful in this dress and be like, oh, I don't want to dance. That I just want to like let it exist nicely without falling apart. And that's really all I want for the night. I want the dress to look good and not fall apart. and I will consider that night a complete success. That's all I need. But it does sort of fit. All right, so I'm just gonna take those off because they're like, what are you even doing? What are you even doing for me? Because you're not doing much. Like that's all I'm saying. Just not doing much. Okay, so yeah, okay. I'm just gonna say that that's the side that we're doing. Yeah, okay. So I'll show you what it looks like on. Doosh. Is this the right side? I think it's the right side. I don't know. Oh, and that's okay. So that's cut. All right. Well, that stitch marker's come off, so I just have to fix that. But it kind of. So I'm going to hop. That's going to be closed. It's going to be closed, and it's all going to be thing. But like the thing that goes off the shoulder is going to be like, oh, okay, that looks really bad now that the thing's like the thing. But like I got to this point, right? I got to this point and I'm happy that I got to this point. I got to this point. You have no idea how proud I am that I did. Who thought I was going to get to this bit? Not me. Not me. Honestly, not me. I did not think I'd get to this point. And I'm probably going to say that about every point that I get to in the construction of this dress. Yeah. That's how it's going to be. Essentially, that is how it's going to be for me. Because I'm like, I still haven't finished making that star blanket because I still have no idea how to get the star part squared off. It's a 12-pointed star. There's a lot of points to square off. So there's not. There's really 4 points because it's got to be a blanket, but still. Oh, hello. How are you? I just tried the thingy on. So it's like, that's where we got. And like, I got to the point I made it and it's too big. After all that, it's too big. It's too big. But I did a thing where I basically folded it in and then I just continued. And then I'm going to highlight that with bright pink thread, yarn. So everyone's going to see my mistake. So at this point, I'm kind of like, whew, it's like almost, let's ignore those bits. I really got to do something about that. So you created darts. Is that what? Oh, they have a term for things that are things. So it's not really a mistake. It's just something that normal people do. I'm fine. I'm good. Look, call me a pro already. I'm just so good at this. So good at this. This dress had better be good. It had better be good. I'm gonna be so upset if this like doesn't work. It's gonna work. I'm gonna do all the crochet MacGyvering. Like I'm gonna be. It's used in sewing. Yeah. So I thought. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah. Yeah. Because when I did it, it was like really, because I was so self-conscious about making it too small because I know that it's going to be like 40 degrees when I wear it. It's going to be really, it's probably going to be air conditioned there, but still going to and coming from, and like especially coming from, because we don't generally just stay in one place and do that party. We go to an after party, and the after party is probably not going to be air conditioned. It's probably going to be some. Who am I kidding? It's going to be whatever bar is open and willing to take us. Essentially, that's what that's going to be. So yeah, I was like, I don't want it to be like clinging on me, but at the same time, like I don't want it to just be like fall. You know how some materials just go, whoop, they just fall. There's no real drape. It's just gravity. I don't really want that. So I had moments the other day where I was like, you know what? I'll bring the yarn with me. If I have to crochet myself into the dress, I will fucking do that. Like I will do that in a heartbeat. If I have to do that, I will do that. It's fine. I did finally find a skirt that I'm going to wear. I think what I need to do now is find a hot pink bra because originally I was like, I don't know if I really want to wear a bra because it's going to be hot. I don't really need to wear a bra like for aesthetic purposes, like for societal purposes. Like, I mean, I'm considering not even shaving my legs because, like, we don't we don't need to do that sort of stuff for each other. Like, I mean, no offense, other sex workers, if you're here. Like, I love you all, but like, are you paying me to shave my legs? No, no, you're really not. So maybe that probably won't happen. So, like, and we get that. People will get that. So, cup liners. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah. But then I did see the skirt and I was like, mm. And when I wear that, it's either going to be really low tie, it's going to be sort of lowish. And I think what I want is I think I want a little bit of push and I think I want a little bit of pokey bra action. So I think I'm going to go and totally, I don't need another bra. Oh, I wonder if I could borrow one. You know what? I'm pretty sure some of my co-hosts have like a bright pink bra in their wardrobe. Hell, I should check my wardrobe before I start thinking about that. I really should check my wardrobe. How can I not have a hot pink bra at this point? Do I not? I think I might already have that, to be honest. Because I mean, we all have our colors, right? And for me, my colors, well, generally through my 20s was always like like the baby pink with those little tiny black dots, the polka dots. That was that was my look. And that was very cute. Oh my god, the sweetness seriously. No wonder I'm so bitter. I used all up all my sugar in my 20s being nice to people who honestly did not pay enough. So, yeah. I have glitter pasties, but my actually, well, because I used to do burlesque, but a lot of I I made a lot of my own costumes, and I made a lot of my own pasties. Actually, I could make my own pasties. No, no, I'm not going to do that. I have to make my own dress. I just no more. But I do. I think for sure I've got to have it. Surely I'd have it. Like, really? I mean, it seems like something I would have. Hot pink bra. I can't believe I have to think about like that's yeah. I think of like lingerie as like the civvy equivalent would be like rich ladies and their shoes and their handbags. And granted, the sex workers have these ladies in them as well. Like I've met them because you're just like it always baffles me because like I don't expect civvy women to like to think in the same terms that I do because like if a worker comes to me and has like, oh, I spent $2,000 on this bag, I'm like, oh, like in my brain instantly goes to, oh, that's like 2 nights, like 2 overnight bookings with the same client. Like that's 2 bookings, like overnight, all out, like overnight, staying at the overnight 12 hours twice. That's 24 hours spending the time with one that all of that for a fucking bag. No, that's insanity to me, right? When sex workers do it. I don't expect civvy women to think like that, right? I just don't. But I do. Oh, if I have, yeah, that's not a bad idea as well. No, I think I want push, and I think I want a bit of peakage. Peakage? Peakage. I think I want some like pink satin showing a little bit on the top. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm gonna do the pink border type border. Is it a border or an outline? I don't know. English does not appear to be my first language, but it is. It just doesn't seem like that sometimes. Yeah, it's like a border. Um That sounds like hell. God damn ADHD. Honestly, I have no idea what I was talking about like 2 seconds ago. So I honestly have no idea what you're commenting about. Oh, my brain. Yeah. What was I talking about like 2 seconds ago? I know I had like the booking, right. It is fucking hell. It is. Oh my god, it is. Like, people think that I was just like joking when I was like, dude, give me 20 dudes in a day. Like, give me 20 short bookings. I've got that covered. I'll have them done by lunchtime, right? I'll have them done. Have like all of them will have experienced a religious experience, but I'm done by lunchtime. 20 of them, and I'd still make like I probably wouldn't even make the same amount of money. Well, no, I wouldn't make the same amount of money, but like it'd be a good day, right? It's a good day I can go home with. But like, oh no, I can't even. Oh, dude, do you know? I shouldn't because I know clients will find their. Well, I know clients have found their way to this channel because like one of them paid for my yarn for my dress. So I should probably be a little kinder. But I'm just gonna say it like some people who see sex workers are fucking boring, right? And spending long periods of time with people that are that boring, it's like pulling teeth without anesthetic. And that is the most accurate description. Like it really is. It's so painful. You're like, is the money really this worth it? Because I mean, it with those people, you're just like, you know what? Stop talking, pull them down. Like, let's just put it in my mouth, honey. I don't want to hear you talk. Like that's where I get. So shorter bookings, much better for me. Except for like the occasional like reg, because like you sort of get used to each other and it's kind of like you're like, I don't know why, but like I've seen you a few times and you don't instantly make me angry. Or like it's fine. Like those are different. But like you do get some people who are just like, I want to book you for 3 hours, but like I gotta warn you, I have the personality of half teaspoon. Fuck off. Like, no, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. It really is. It really is. It really is. And you have to do all that naked too. There's that. Which honestly is not the part of my job that drives me nuts. It's just dealing with people. It's the people-y part of it, really. It's why it drives me like it makes I think especially independent workers are always surprised when I'm like, I really miss parlor work. Because anyone who's actually worked at parlor is just like, what are you talking about? Because it's not like the clients that I miss. It's like maybe do I actually have any clients that I miss? Well, I can't miss Teddy Bear because him and his nephew still talk like still every day. Like it's only 11:30 a.m. here, and I have already had 4 missed calls from Teddy Bear and 2 from his nephew. And I assume because now I'm getting text message like I'm getting calls from Turkey, so I assume that other family members have now jumped on board with the we need to like help her find her way back to my uncle because it's like he's yeah so I don't know this fella he's a lovely fellow and I call him Teddy Bear because he is a absolute human teddy bear. The dude's like I don't know, it's like I don't know. He honestly looks like everybody's grandpa, to be honest. He's like a human teddy bear. He knows like maybe 5 words in English. It's like, please, thank you, sorry, Leah. Sorry. There's 4 words. He knows 4 words in English. And like for years, that is the only, like, we've only, like, literally only had that to work with in communication like that. And obviously, I don't know, however we communicate, but we communicate all right. So, you know, I still have no idea what his name is. He's tried telling me, but his accent is so thick and I can be a bit deaf sometimes. So we've just never, and it gets to a point where you're like, I'm sorry, what is your name? And like, he even pulled his license out at one point, but it was a little foreign and I don't know. So I couldn't read the name. So I just don't know what this man's name is. And I've been seeing him for years at this. Well, this last year, I haven't seen him, but the year before and for like years, I'd seen him. So, but yeah, his family also call me. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But he's probably the only one I actually miss from the parlor because I don't really miss seeing him privately because that's when all of the contact escalated. Because if you're working at a parlor, people don't need to be able to contact you. They don't need your phone number or anything like that. They just turn up on the days you work. So that was fine. But when I left there, and he found my ad, it's like, oh, I've a phone number. I can now call you 30 times a day on. So, yeah. So my work phone stays on silent. Sorry, not sorry. It says to text anyway. So, you know, If you call and I don't answer, it's on you, bro. Yeah. I just like, yeah, working with the public is just so hard. Oh, yeah, so that's the difference between, like, working in civvy public facing jobs because you have to be nice to people and people are not inclined to be nice to people. Like, people are just rude sacks of misery. Like, misery spreads misery, and people who work in, like, the service industry specifically, like, they're just easy targets. And while I technically work in a service industry, I can tell people to go F themselves. Like, if anyone is anywhere near rude to me, oof. I mean, I don't hold a lot of pity in my bag, but I wouldn't spend it. Oh, would I? Yeah, I can be really mean. So maybe I'd spend a little bit of pity on you, but like not a whole lot. So, but like people are quite, um, they just, yeah. I think clients are aware though that like if they, most clients, I should say, are aware that if they're rude, then they don't get a service. Like we have that, we can be like, no, bugger off. Like, and especially I'm also in like quite a privileged position because I have a real job. I have a real job working with Bigger Sister Channel. So I don't have to do full service. Like I just don't have to. My ads don't need to be up. In fact, I took most of them down. I think I have one up. Every now and then I get another dude who has not read whatever ad is up and I'll have to go back and be like, "Oh, what's actually up what's up? Like what website did I miss?" Cuz I've advertised so many places. But they're hopeless out here. A lot of them think that they're anonymous when they contact me, and just because you don't tell me your name when you contact me, that doesn't mean you're anonymous. Took me like usually takes me like 30 seconds to find someone's real name from just their phone number alone. So there's that, dickheads. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little aggressive on that one because I've had some really rude messages lately. So a few weeks ago, actually, I had someone message me, and it's quite clear that one, I'm the only worker in my area. It's in the title. Like the area that I work in is in the title, but where I'm based is in the title. It's the first thing you see. Very first thing you see. Just scroll past that to get to anything else, including pictures or the phone number you contact me on. And it's always, are you based in insert town here? It's like, I don't think I really want to see you for a booking because I'd like lost it that day and I was just like, I'm not having like I can't pretend to deal with someone who's acting like a child and I can't do that. My acting skills today, it's just not that great. So then it's a no from me. I was like, oh, but why? I was like, because you clearly can't read and I have standards of like the type of client that I take on. Also, it says 24 hours notice, and these dudes are like, oh, I want to book it right now. Like, I actually look cute, like, all the time. No, no. I even said this to my friend the other day, like, my neighbor who lives, like, 2 doors down. Just like, I've lived here for, like, a year. Like, have you even ever seen me cute? Like, no. Like, maybe, like, once or twice when I've had, like, clients or whatever, and you've been like, "Oh, you look pretty." Like, maybe once or twice, but never and it's never actually been full cute either. Like, I haven't even bothered doing, like, the full mug or it's because there was specific asks for those bookings. So, you know, but like, no, like we don't just wake up and go, let's just look really good today. And no, no, it takes energy and effort. And, it's sometimes I just don't even want to get dressed. Like sometimes pajamas feel like a good choice for the whole day. And I don't want to be like, gee, do I want to get uncomfortable, clean my whole house? Well, I mean, it's usually pretty good, but like, do I want to do all of that fancy shit for someone who can't even introduce themselves? Like, you want access to my body, my house, like my shower, definitely. But you don't want to tell me, like, you want to introduce yourself like a human? No, no. But yeah, and he got a bit angry when I was just like, "No, I don't think I want to stay with you because you're a bit rude." And he was like, and then he proved to me like why my instincts were right. And then I just went straight back with his whole entire real name and was just like, "Dude, that's just not on." And really quickly, I was getting text messages being like, "I'm so sorry. I'm just having a bad day. I'm not really like this. I'm actually a nice guy." And when I read that, I actually threw my phone. I threw my phone. It's like, yeah, I threw my phone. I have a good case. I'm very thankful for the good case, but I threw it. It made me that angry. Ah, this was not supposed to be like a rant on clients stream. It was supposed to be like a how awesome is this freaking dress going type stream. But yeah, I am happy with it. Okay, so the dart, so it's a dart. That's a thing that's what it is. It's a dart. Okay, cool. So when you like fold it to fit you better, it is a dart. I know. It looks a little different. I don't know. It's kind of different because like obviously the creator of the original design was a lot smaller than me and they're making it as a small, so it's quite smaller. But the thing is at this point in their thingy, right? Oh god, it just drives me nuts. We're just gonna have to do the thing. Do we do the thing? Will we do the thing? No, you know what we do? We just do it this way, and then I don't have to worry about that. Just yeah. Yeah. Right? But it was like more like this part was more filled in. Like it was more like because I'm big. I'm bigger than this girl. So I don't know. But like this was like more level, I guess. Like that. I guess. Yeah? I don't know. Uh so I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Oh yeah, the nice guy. It's a whole TM. It's a whole thing. I the amount of times that I get in a text message, I'm a nice guy, and I'm just like, I don't want to fuck you. You don't have enough money. I'm sorry, you just don't. Like, oh no. I mean, you might have money, but not enough for me to be that good an actress to be like, sure, you're such a nice guy. No, no, get a cheese grater, some lemon, and have some happy time. Because I'm not going there. Oh, nice guys make me so mad. Like I'm a nice guy. So mad. So mad. So mad. It's just such a common thing, I think. Because, like, the one thing is oh, hey, Paula. They're always so quick to, like, they want you to like them. Like, they think that they need, like, an excuse for accessing your services. And the first thing that they can do is put other people down. Like, I'm not like all your other clients. I'm a nice guy. I'm like, oh, no, like that kind of stuff. That's not good. Like that's the reason you're seeing people like that's why you're seeing spice workers like that. That's why because of that attitude. Yeah, it's not hard to not be crap. Like it's so not hard. It's actually quite easy. It baffles me that people like such a hard time with that, but I'm absolutely obsessed with your hair, Paula. Like, it's very pretty. Like, I'm a big fan of that color green. It's like a greeny color blue. I don't know, but I'm a big fan. I don't really like it. Did I just lose my chat? Why? Why did I lose my chat? Eh? Oh, what's going on? Oh, there we go. It's all of a sudden thing. It's a mermaid look. Big fan. Big fan. I just and it sticks out too. It's like when I see it, I'm like, oh, that's Paula. Like, and I like it. I like colors. I've been thinking about doing my hair because I haven't dyed my hair since I moved here. Oh no, when I moved here, I hadn't dyed my hair in a long time, And I was like, "Bugger it." I'd been homeless for almost a year. I'm dyeing my hair. So I did, like, an electric blue. It would like, just in a but it wasn't like it was just like a fudge, and I didn't bleach my hair because I think I'm done with bleach. I'm done with that phase of my life of having, like, really like, bright colored hair. Like, I just can't the upkeep is too much. My hair hates it. Like, my hair still hates me for all of my 20s, like, all of my 20s. So, and then since 2020, I've, like it's straight up been like, "Are you ready for old lady hair? Because 'Cause we're doing old lady hair now." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that." So, like, I'm rocking out the gray now, and I'm kind of excited because my hair naturally is like, I mean, I'm that color blonde that you dye your hair when you know you're going gray, because it's like it just looks like highlights really, doesn't it? It's just highlights. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. But I find it funny because about maybe 2, 3 years before my hair started going gray, I actually considered dyeing my hair gunmetal gray. I'm really glad I didn't do that, to be honest, 'cause it's the same effect, but it's free. So what I did was I went like a blue fudge, and it turned into like nana hair, like the nana hair. I can't wait until it's so much more gray. This sounds really weird, but I actually can't wait till my hair is just like full gray because because then I don't know. It was common when I grew up, and I associate it with my nana, although I don't remember my nana ever having it. But like the white hair with the the purple wash or the blue wash or the pink wash with the gray, that's kind of what happened with the blue at the start of the year when I dyed my hair blue. And I was like, I got a shovel. I could dig it. So I think maybe I might do something similar for the gala in February. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Um, yeah. Oh, it's red still. Oh my god, yes. Hey, but it's Christmas and it's kind of like well, I suppose it's not quite green, but I don't know, red and that color, that still works for me, love. Like that's yes. Oh my god, and it'd be like fire. I don't know. I all of a sudden I just love your hair even more. I don't know how that happened, but I like even more. I'm like, yeah. But my work wife has the best hair. Oh, it should be illegal. Seriously, it's so not fair. She has such the best hair. Oh my god. It's like hair that you would see in like 90s Pantene hair shampoo commercials. Like all of that thickness and just like all of the length and just all of that strength and health. And you're like, oh, I hate you. I hate you because my hair is thin and fine. And like when I'm stressed, it falls out. Like it just falls out in handfuls. Like I just it's amazing I ever have any hair. It's like oh my god. But my god, Aves has hair that oh my she gave herself an undercut once, right? An undercut, right? No one could tell because her hair was still really thick and she's so much of it. So much. That girl has like 20 times the amount of hair that I have. It's just not fair. It's not fair. Oh. Hi, Valiant. How are you doing? Saving the world? Yeah. It was just I suppose it's probably also just getting old, but I did not treat my hair well when I was in my 20s. Um, like my mum was pretty good about trying to keep me from dyeing my hair as much as I could because she never dyed her hair. I think the most my mum ever did was like maybe a bit of sun in the summer. That was basically about it. And I mean, she only really started going, oh wow. Yeah, I reckon my mum only started going gray in her 50s, like late 50s too, I'd say. And even now, like, she's only just hit that full grey hair. And I mean, her hair's thin and fine like mine, but it's long and it's goals, to be honest. It's full goals. It's so great. It's so long and it's like white. I'm gonna have like that freaking awesome Gandalf white hair when I'm older. I keep saying when I'm older, but like I'm nearly 40. Oh, Paula, you can say thick hair sucks all you want, my love, but like you have hair. And it came back thicker. Yeah, so I had a friend who went through chemo and she had insanely thin hair. It was just thin and straight, right? After chemo, it was curly, like proper curly. It was bizarre. Um, I'm a baby. Honestly, I feel like I am so unorganized as an adult that it fully feels that way, and I'm resigned to that at this point. Like, just keep like your responsibilities low because that's all you can handle, and just you know just live. Oh, yeah, I think the blonde oh, but I went high I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it was partially because as, like, in my early 20s, I was quite heavily like, "When are you having a kid? When are you gonna get married and have a kid? Like, you're gonna want kids when you're older." And I was very adamant always, always. I think I knew, like, quite young that I'm not going to be having kids. Like, it's not a thing that I wanna be doing. And then as I got older and was like homeless every other year, it's like, oh no, no one should have like I should not have a kid. Like I'm capable. It's like built for it. Like seriously built for it. I would be so good pregnant though. Like, oh my God. I would rock out being pregnant so hard. But at the same time, like, I want a kid. I want a kid. I just don't. I just don't. But obviously in today's situation, like I'm fucking glad that I feel that way because like I'd be crushed otherwise because meh. But I did. I had a lot of pressure growing up being like, oh, you're gonna have kids, you're gonna want kids, blah 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 when you're older. So what I used to do is I used to age myself up, which was interesting considering I always looked a lot younger than my actual age. So I mean, God, when I was 20, when I started I looked 12. It should have been illegal. People should have just thrown me out of like the establishment. Like, you can't work here. Like, you're going to get people in trouble. Like, I looked too young and I looked like a baby until I'd say I want to say like 25, 26. Like, I didn't start looking like an actual adult until my late 20s. So, and I was aging myself up to a point where this past birthday, I had to ask Google how old I was because I thought that I was turning 38. And my mum said, Happy 39th. And I was like, I'm 38, thank you. Oh my God, I'm not that ready to be 40 yet. I really don't care. Um, but then after she left, I was like, oh, surely my mum would know. Maybe I'm wrong. So I asked Google, and Google was like, you don't know how old you are because you are, in fact, 39. So, yeah, I've always aged myself up. I never say I am. So, for instance, in my 20s, I would say I'm I'm turning 40 this year. I would never say I'm 38. I would always say I'm turning 40 this year. So I would just, I don't know, it was just like that. I don't know. At a certain point, I was like, after 30, surely people are going to stop telling me, like, when are you going to have kids? When are you gonna have kids? I'm so happy when my brother started popping them out. I'm so glad. So glad. Ooh. So, ooh, that sounds like very specific work. I have two adult children who have told me that I will never be a grandma and I'm okay with it. No one can afford to have kids these days. Like, they just can't. Like, we can't. I can't afford like, dude, there's a house that's for sale up the road that's actually kind of reasonably priced at. I was I was like, "Oh my god, really?" Because it's under 200 grand, right? And I'm just like, "There's no way in hell I'm ever like, I can't afford a house that's still kinda reasonable. 200 grand is still sort of reasonable, right? I mean, it's a shithole and it needs, like, all the work." Um, but, like, it's a lot of stuff is just unattainable these days. Like, why would you bring a honestly, I'm still low key pissed at my mum for bringing me into this fucking world. So, I mean, I have issues. I have a lot of issues, seriously. Um, 7 kids, 7 grandkids, and 5 sorry, 5 great grandkids. I can't speak English today. That sounds that sounds simultaneously, like, awesome and horrible at the same time. Like, because, like, obviously it'd be like, it's a love, all family love, blah, 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 all of that, right? All the cotton candy love, right? Love it. But people, fuck that. No. It's like just too much. Ah, and I don't really like Christmas either. So I'm like, this time of year sort of stresses me out because it's like I don't mind if it was just like the seeing each other thing and oh, hello Betty. Um but it's like no, I don't even like that either. 'Cause I don't like any of it really. But but I don't like the no, I'm not even getting onto, like, why I don't like Christmas because it's just too heavy for a stream. It's too much. I don't like it. The forcing people together thing, and it's like, "Oh, these are supposed to be happy days," but you know what? Some people just don't like people in their family and don't particularly wanna spend time with people who might have, like, spent a lot of time making them miserable in very, very rough times in their life, and, you know they paint this picture of what Christmas is supposed to be. I wanna spend that day with those people, like, that person, no, those people, but that specific like, I just don't. Like, I don't like that. And then there's that whole, like, "Well, you're a bit of an asshole if you don't, like, wanna participate." I just the whole thing can suck my left nipple. All of it. Don't like it. Yeah, look, I mean, see, it's kinda weird because I started doing, like, full service around well, I was already into the swing of it by the time, like, the economic thingy crashed. Was it 2008? I think it was? Like, I was already and I was making a lot back then, spice workers were making a lot of money still. Like, it had not hit like, it didn't hit me. Like, I was making a lot of money at that time. And I mean yeah, I was too, because I was living like, I'd made a deal with a friend, like a friend that I'd grown up with. We were both living in the country. I didn't drive, she did. But we both lived in the country. We both wanted to move to the city. But I could not get my shit together to do that because I couldn't drive and I was only doing this one like I was working and I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't physically do the thing. So I'm like, look, if you find us the house, I'll pay you rent until you find a job. So like I was able to like we made it I hate this number so much, but I spent $60,000 on someone else's rent. I was able to do that at that time, like in an economic crash apparently. Like we were doing fine back then. It's not like it crept up, but it did change, but when it did, it completely flattened the industry. So where workers were say $500-600 for a certain like for a certain service or like $50 for each specific extra, all of a sudden it was like 5 or 6 things bundled into a $50 extra. Like the income dropped spectacularly. So yeah, like while we sort of felt immune to it, I think the first time around, like it crashed heavily and then as of course as like the pandemic hit, and obviously a lot of workers got online to do online work, and didn't think about what that meant because people don't automatically think, they just think, oh, it's something else, it's a new job. But like when you do spice work, you might as well have it tattooed on your head. You have that tramp stamp on you for life. It doesn't go away. The whole idea of going into spice work thinking like, my parents will never find out. Bullshit. They're the first people you don't want them to find out. They'll find out in 6 months. Someone will tell them because people can be really horrible. Like people can be. So, yeah. Whew. But I saw a lot of that too actually. Like maybe I wasn't even like a year in, and the posts of regret of like, I didn't think about this, like people like I can't get a job because of this, or like I can't move in, like I can't get a place to live because someone found out that I do this. It's like these are things that affect you. Bank accounts get closed, and people don't think about it, especially in 2020, because it was starting to become like okay, like socially. I mean, commercially, it's like in like business seems to need to catch up with the fact that, it's okay to be a spice worker these days. Because it became socially acceptable to be a spice worker. If, you're like, bills need to be paid, it's fine. Like you do what you need to do to survive. So it's not as like that changed heavily, but because like the reason that changed heavily was because of saturation. So you have more people in that industry, obviously that's going to affect that industry. Um, yeah. So I mean, it had both like good and bad sort of things, but it's still like now it's like just a job that's biggest, like its biggest draw used to be the money, but now it's kind of like, well, I mean, the freedom is still a thing. So it's like still, you still get to choose your own hours, choose where you work, who you work with, blah, blah, blah. It's, and the laws are catching up as well. So yeah. Ooh, I, I'm going to have a play date today. How have I not shared that? Oh, the birds are like really going at it out there today. I don't know if you can hear that, but like birds are squeaking and stuff out there. It's like full on. But we're gonna have a craft afternoon here today. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be nice. I have work to do though. But I totally forgot that I was gonna do this because we were gonna do it during the week. Well, last week I think it was. So we do this thing. It's called high tea and painting. It's a local thing we do. I think the local primary school puts it on as a fundraiser. So we started doing. I think we missed the first one and then discovered it through the second one. The second one was birds. So they give you basically a theme that everyone paints, and then they supply, high tea kind of thing, which is quite yummy. It was really, really nice. Very, very posh. And it's quite nice because I don't leave my house generally. So this was like the only thing I've tried leaving my house a few times. Like there's been a couple of like string quartet things that I was going to go to, but like I made the mistake of like planning to go with someone, and as soon as they bailed, I was like, tickets were free. I don't need to go. Like, I'm not losing anything if I don't go. It's fine. I stay home. So yeah, that happened a couple of times. So, but this has actually helped me like get out of the house occasionally. Unfortunately, their last one cancelled due to lack of numbers. But we were like, but we want to paint. So we gonna paint here. So they're gonna come over. She's gonna come over, and we're gonna paint. And her son's going to come over as well because he wants to paint as well. So we're just going to paint. And I think they're going to do the same thing. So they're going to redo it. I think next month, like in December, or maybe even in the new year. I'm not sure when, but they will redo it. I'm hoping that they're going to change the theme though, because we're stealing the theme. We're just like fruit. It's going to be fruit. So I don't know. I like to do things that's a little bit more like, I like surrealism. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing like fruit chopped, but the inside being another fruit. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. I asked the AI to do some ideas for me, and they came out with some really cool ideas. I was like, okay, there's things I can work with, so I don't know. I need to start with, like, things that I can actually draw because I had trouble with, like, because my last one, I don't know if yours will be able to see it. Let's see if I can. Oh, you can't really, but that was from the last one, and it's a bluebird, and it's not the best bluebird. It's really not. I'm an okay crocheter, but I'm honestly a really shit drawer. Like, yeah. So I don't choose surrealism just for like to be cool. It's so that if it looks like absolutely fucking nothing, I can just be like, you know what? It's just something I dreamed, and just how does it make you feel? It's not. I just don't care. I just enjoy painting. I don't care if it's any good. Um, but yeah. So we're gonna do fruit, and usually they just supply like the paint and all that sort of stuff. So we have choices on what kind of paint we want to do. Because I'm a big fan of watercolor. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got like watercolor like all over me. So I've got watercolor paints here, and I'm pretty sure she's got watercolor or oil or acrylic. I don't know, but like we have choices. But it's so much fun. I have not done a craft day here in a while. I did one a few months back with my neighbor, and we had like a bit of a fun moment because I woke up that day and I was like, you know what, today is a day for sock puppets. I want to make a sock puppet, so that's what we're doing. I made a sock. He was a great sock puppet, fantastic sock puppet he was, and I don't know why, but that's right. Okay, so she ordered a pizza. So I'm like, why did someone come to my door? So she's gone to the door to get her pizza or whatever, and I have just finished my puppet, right? And I'm kind of one track minded when I'm doing like I my blinders are kind of on and I just don't really notice what's going on around me. So even when the things that come out of my mouth, I don't realize in context how they will sound, right? So she's doing a thing paying for the pizza and I'm looking at this sock puppet, right? I'm like, oh my god, he's such a handsome motherfucker. I just want to kiss him. He's so cute. Look at his hair. He's so beautiful. And I'm going like this, right? About my sock puppet. A sock puppet. And all of a sudden, my neighbor loses her mind. Like she's laughing, right? And then I can hear a dude also kind of like, what? And I realized, oh, this dude thinks I'm talking about him. And I'm just like, I had to like sock puppet and be like, this dude just think my sock puppet's cool. Like, look how handsome he is. He's a handsome sock puppet. And I'm pretty sure he thinks that I should have been committed. Like he was very like this is like you is there children in this house? Like no children, just two very, very childish like women. But yeah, so that was fun. He got lashes. He got like I still haven't named him actually. He needs a name. And then he can go with Curly because I have one that I made when I was a kid that I still have because I don't know. I've kept so much random. It's amazing that I do have some really cute random stuff still from when I was a kid, but like somehow I don't have a lot. Like I've lost like most of the stuff I own twice over the last 5 years. So I'm kind of like still a little baffled when I come across things from my childhood. I'm like, I can't believe I still own this. This is amazing. But I do still have Curly, and now his friend needs a name. So he's kind of like I was a little inspired by Clockwork Orange. So he has like googly eyes. I gave him googly eyes. One's bigger and one's smaller, and then one of them has an eyelash on the bottom. On the bottom. Yeah, he's got might be on the top as well. I might have just given him a pair of eyelashes on one eye. And they have eyeliner on as well because pretty. So yes, but today is not for sock puppets. Today is for painting. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna paint. So that'll be fun. And I'm gonna try really hard not to feel too guilty about not working. I'll try and do some work tonight, maybe. Or I'll just get really early tomorrow and like work early morning because I did that last week, so I can do that again this week. So yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't notice. I think it's because it's been hiding under things. But my purple pingers merch finally came today, and I was so happy, so happy. This took a month to get here. A month, and I mean, I'll show you. Right? Okay. And I noticed that he's actually no longer selling these ones. If you're a boomer and you have an investment property, probably won't like this top. Just saying. No judge. Well, I mean, all the judgment. Actually, I have no sorries. I've been homeless way too many times to have any sorries for people with investment properties. Fuck off. Nah. Nah. I don't know if you can read that. But it says ban the boomers' investment properties. Purple penis. Yeah. Because housing shouldn't be a fucking investment that poor people have to pay for. Yeah, it's just an idea. What are you doing, baby? Jonesy's like, why are you still streaming? It's time for cuddles and painting. Well, the painting crew have not arrived yet. And now he's over it. He was like really into it, but now he's over it. It's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go because I do have to get I have to actually make my house child proof, not child proof, but child appropriate. Is that the right word? Child appropriate. I think as a 12-year-old. So like any tits have to go away. Or do I have tits out? I'm leaving the prints up. I got like one photo to put away. Okay, I'm good. because I don't automatically think about what's appropriate because obviously I don't have a lot of kids coming around. And like 20 years of my life has been spent in spice work. So there's certain things that are not necessarily inappropriate, but are just, like just they don't need to be. Like I mean, I've got a first edition Madonna sex book right there, right? It's beautiful, by the way. Absolutely beautiful. Like, oh, I love Madonna. Like, I don't even like her music. Like, I like Madonna as like a. There is not 1 ounce of Photoshoppage, like none of that. One of the full open things is her like butt naked. I think she's got a strap on, and she's on like next to the wall sitting, and her stomach has rolls. Her flat stomach has rolls. It's natural. Her body looks like it's supposed to. It is oh my god, it makes me so happy. It's so happy. And it's like all kink friendly. It's queer friendly. And this was like, God, when did she bring this book out? It was like the 80s or some shit. Was it the 80s? I don't know. But it was like pre-selfie era, right? Like pre-internet era. I love it. It makes me so happy every time. So if you ever have a chance to flick through Madonna's book, definitely have a look. Like, I mean, it's skin. It can't be that offensive. Like, it's just not. But it's really amazing to see. And I don't know. Because I don't follow Madonna a lot now. Like every now and then now I'll just see, people giving her shit basically because she's getting older, which I think is pretty stupid. But I find it really weird that people like it's like, but she's like, her whole thing has been like, I don't fucking care what you think kind of thing. This is just me doing my thing. And I can get behind that. Like I got a shovel and I can dig it. So yeah. But things like that kind of need to go and okay. Yeah, that should probably. Oh wow, okay. My book collection. Oh, you know what? He's a 12-year-old boy. He's not looking at my book collection, is he? He's not. If he gets interested in my book collection, I will know for next time that probably Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Did I have my pillows on your couch? I've got pillows on my like my really like old school love seat because it's fuchsia pink vinyl. It's like original as well. But it's near the window, and when the sun comes through here, sometimes it hits that thing, and I don't want it to fade, so I have like a thing over it, and then pillows that sit near the end of it, so when when the sun comes, it doesn't hit on the vinyl, and and it's still fine. It's still fine. Okay, so I have to go because I have to like child ready my house. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. And I'm gonna make another cup of tea because this one's getting cold. And yeah. Oh, I've got to find space for 3 people to paint too. That's the thing too. Like, I mean, I've got this place, and then I've got that thing, and then I go, oh, I can use that. Oh, it's a whole thing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be fun. We'll see. Maybe next time. Maybe I'll show you my painting too if it's not shit. If it's terrible, I won't show you. But if it's good, then And I don't know, we might change. We might decide we don't want to do fruit. Something else might inspire me, and I might be like, I'm gonna paint that instead. I might just be like, Jones, I want oh. Sorry, I just looked at him and he had his tongue out. Yeah, he knows he's being cute. He knows he's being cute because it's kind of cuddle a pock for him. So he's like, you didn't really pay me attention when I was being cute walking around your foot. Now I'm just going to look at you and be like, where's my cuddle, mum? So I'm probably going to do that as well. And oh, and as for videos, so like I was supposed to be putting it I told myself that this was the thing I was going to do, and I have not done it. So I was going to do videos every 2 weeks. But I didn't really think about how that would work with me editing videos with Bigger Sister channel because while I like editing videos, like I enjoy video editing and all that sort of stuff, it doesn't really bother me. But like sometimes when I've been doing it for work, I just don't want to do it for fun. So that stopped me from actually putting out videos in the last couple of weeks purely because and then I've got another one like because I was gonna be like, oh, I'll just do it this week and think, but I've got a 2-hour video to do that I said I was gonna do by Monday, and I have not finished it. So I have this video that I have to do as well. So it's not gonna happen this week either. So I don't know. I need to just be like, I don't know when my videos are coming out. Like I just don't have a schedule for them at the moment. So yeah. And then last night I went on to my other channel because I have another channel and I'm over halfway to get full monetization on that channel and like it picked up. It's picked up. It's like gone off. It's gone off, right? I have not posted on that channel in like 4 years. 4 years? 5 years. 4 years. About 5 years. I did a live a while ago when I realized it was kicking off, and I was like, I should probably throw in I'll do a live and see what's going on. And I did. It was boring because most of the people who watch that, pretty sure they're just waiting to see if I get my yayas out. So yeah. So I don't know if first off, I don't know if it's going to be approved for monetization, even though it's technically safe for work and I don't get my yayas out. It's fully closed. It's just me answering questions essentially. And so I don't know because it's growing quite rapidly. I was not expecting that at all. But and the thing is the people who watch that should be paying for my OnlyFans, essentially. So I have to find a way to funnel that audience that way if I can't monetize that channel. Because if I can and YouTube's fine with my channel, then I'll probably start doing videos again over there. Because it's growing quite rapidly. So I have to do that. I don't know. I don't have to do anything, I suppose, but I kind of feel like I put the effort in and it's a thing that I'm kind of known for doing. And like, oh, my last live streams platforms were like really successful. And I'm a good live streamer when I, you know, have that specific, when I know my topic, I'm a good streamer. When I'm kind of just like, what I'm doing, and I just don't know what, I don't know what I'm doing. It's kind of like iffy. I don't know, you know? So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing over there. I suppose we'll just see because, like, I'm more the way I'm going to be monetized probably by, I'd say easily, maybe even by this time next year. Um, Probably quicker if I actually got my crap together and, I don't know, put out some more videos. Um, but yeah, I don't even have shorts up there because they weren't we didn't have shorts back then when I was like putting out videos. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But if I do, then that's a whole thing I've got to figure out is like, what do I want to do videos for? But I wanna do crochet videos because I really enjoy them, and especially I wanna do more Am I the Asshole ones because I found so many, and I refuse to read any of them. I'm itching to read them because, like, I just kinda do the whole, like, I don't wanna read them and then read them on on a video because then I won't feel like I'm not gonna be reacting, like, authentically, you know? You don't get that automatic reaction from, and those are always the better ones from me. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Also, I've been told that I don't think I'm funny, but I'm told regularly that I can be really funny, and it's usually in those sort of situations. So, I can't yeah, I'd feel like a fraud if I was, like, reading these things before I reacted to them in a video. So I have to do that video purely because I wanna read them. So, I'll get around to it. Um But yeah, for now, I'm probably just gonna be doing some shorts and a live stream, and then if I can be bothered doing a main video, I will be doing main videos. But I'm not gonna let it stress me out because I'm letting too many things stress me out that don't matter. Like, love this whole thing, and I'm really enjoying, like, um, learning about people in the community and, like, and just meeting all the new people, so I'm really enjoying that, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's stressing me out? No. No, it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to, and I'm doing it wrong. Like, you know? So, I just need to just not stress so much about things, and if it stresses me out, then I just need to be like, "Okay, let's just not," and be fine with that, I think. That's the thing, is I just need to be fine with not. Just be like, "Let's not. It's fine." Okay, I really need to go because, like, I'm just rambling at this point, and yeah, and I don't know what I'm doing otherwise. I've got stuff to do that I've gotta do. Um, yeah. Jonesy, you're looking very. Oh, okay, right. I think there's a puppy in my backyard, and I think that's what Jonesy's looking at, so we definitely have to go because there's a puppy at my back door, and puppy! Yeah? Wanna go to the back door? Yeah, he wants to go to the back door. Alright, I hope yous all have a lovely weekend, and I hope whatever you're working on, like, hope it's as smooth as butter for you, like, I just all of the inspiration, I hope it goes really well. I hope you make, like, only the one mistake. I don't know, I've read this a few times now, and I read this going into crochet, so I do this I say on purpose, but I really don't. I just go into it knowing that I'm probably gonna make a mistake, and then that's fine. But, like, someone told me, like, you've gotta, like, purposely put a mistake in your work to. I honestly can't remember why the reason was. All I remembered is that you have to put a mistake in your work on purpose, and it's like, I don't know, to keep the bad vibes away. I don't know what the reason was, right? But I'm the sort of person where like read that and be like, of course, that makes all the sense. Clearly, I now have to make a mistake in all of my works. But again, I don't. I just go in with it with the knowledge that I will probably make a mistake, and that's just fine. Just it keeps the bad vibes out. It's kind of like a dream catcher, but for clothes or crochet stuff, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Again, I really hope you have a great day. Fantastic times, good vibes all around. I hope something really awesome happens to you. Like seriously, I hope you find a 50 in the street and it's just like no one owns up to it, so it's yours, and you just have like random money for free. Like those sort of, I just really good, awesome, like random, awesome luck. That's what I wish for you today. Oh, and Jones also says goodbye as well. Jones, you gonna say goodbye?